Hi, I'm Natalie Rydstrom, and today I've invited Martin Green to the show. He's actually written a great article for us, basically outlining the four main bet types. We're now previewing or taking a look at the accumulator bet, or simply put, Acca. This is quite a popular one. I think this is kind of fun. You can definitely have some fun with it. Now, my interpretation of it is that, you can get a team which is sort of low odds, something like, I don't know, like a 1.3, 1.4, something like that, or a team that you feel very strongly is going to beat the other side, and then you add that to the list of other teams, and then it's across, really. And to be honest with you, you don't even need to stick to outrights. It could be outrights, totals, it could be anything, but you basically put all on one bet slip, and which creates its own odds. You pay that price, and that's what you'll get a return. With the biggest thing is they all have to come in, and that is probably, you could put like on an accumulator, like say 6 bets, 5 come in, and it's a real downer. What's your take on accumulator bets?
Well, exactly that, yes. You look at a range of fixtures and you basically you get small odds for choosing the outcome of one particular match. But then to earn more of a profit, you combine different matches in the same bet. So say Arsenal are playing Tottenham, you think Tottenham are going to win. Chelsea are playing West Ham, you think Chelsea are going to win. And Swansea are playing Newcastle, and you think Swansea are going to win. So you bet £10 or €10 on all 3 teams to win, and all 3 of those predictions have to come true for you to get your payout. But if they all do, you get a far bigger payout than you would have just for staking £10 or £5 on each of the 3. So basically what happens, your stake goes on the very first match that you've chosen, and if you win, your winnings from that single bet go on to the next match, and then so on and so forth until you either win your bet or, like you say, you go bust.
Yeah.
So if your first match is 2-1, you stake £10, it wins, then that original £10 plus your £20 profit, that 30, goes on to the next match. And then if that wins, your winnings go on again. So it actually racks up much, much bigger odds. So that's when you get people that are betting, and you can bet, say, just €1, and you can win 10 million euros. It's very, very difficult to do, but it does happen, and that's why you read these sort of stories in the newspaper. But basically, an accumulator just means more than one outcome of your bet has to occur for you to be paid out. So it can be anything from, if you choose 2 matches, it's a double, 3 matches is a treble, and then you move into 4-fold accumulator, 5-fold accumulator, 6-fold accumulator. And obviously the more matches you choose, the more difficult it is to win, because it's very hard to choose what's going to happen in 6 different matches. Much easier just to say what's going to happen in one.
But then also the return then increases, doesn't it?
Much higher odds.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to just be the outright win, lose or draw. Your accumulator could say, I think Sergio Aguero is going to score first in one match, Lionel Messi is going to score first in another match, Thomas Muller in a third match, Papi Cisse in a fourth match, and some random guy from Austria is going to score first in the 5th match. If all 5 of them come true, you'll get a really big payout, but it's just very difficult. And then you actually move into another interesting thing, where if your matches are taking place on different dates, you might actually, if you've won, say, the first 5 and you're only waiting on one outcome, you might actually have the bookmaker get in touch with you and try to offer you a certain amount of money to buy out your bet, just in case, just because they're worried about how much they could possibly lose. So say you could be on course to win like €50,000, but you're waiting on the outcome of the last event, they might call you up and offer you like €20,000.
So one of those like TV programs, isn't it? It's like, take it or do you move on? Like, that's kind of cool. Has that ever happened to you?
I think that's come in, but that's well.
So has that ever happened to you yet?
Unfortunately, yeah, just once. But I
Did you really?
Yeah, I
Cool.
I took it, but then but then my other match came in, so I should have just stuck to my guns and kept it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does happen relatively frequently. There's all these partial cash outs that you can go on now. It's
That's
become
cool.
so advanced with online gambling. But yeah, that's another thing that can happen, which is quite new, and it just adds another level to the gambling basically. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can do an Acca, but yeah, by far the most popular is just sticking a small stake, a euro or two, on a range of different football matches, win, lose or draw, and just praying that they all come in. But here you can hedge your bets. So say you pick 3 matches, you can choose to do a treble on all 3, and you can do doubles on just 2 in each case. So say you think Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham are going to win, you can bet a euro on all 3 winning, but then you can just bet a euro on Chelsea and Arsenal winning, another euro on Tottenham and Arsenal winning, and another euro on Tottenham and Chelsea winning, because that way you're spreading your bets out a bit more. And if one of the teams lets you down, then it doesn't matter so much because you've mitigated your risk by spreading it out. And if just one of the doubles comes off, then you're not really going to lose that much money. So that's another way of playing it. That does get into slightly more complicated territory.
Yeah.
But these are the sort of things that you pick up as you go on. So you'll probably start off just doing straight accumulators, but as you get more and more into it and start playing the different probabilities off against each other, you can. There's a whole really complex world to delve into. But on the surface of it, not that complicated.
I have to say, when I decided to do this assignment here, I knew speaking with you now, I know I've chosen the right person, the right man for the job. You've definitely gone into detail, really shed some light on it. And for those watching, if you do want to delve more into this, Martin has written an article for us. The link is in the description below this video. Or do ask more questions, and me and Martin will try to answer those. Martin, thank you for joining us.
I could certainly try. I've spent several years working in betting shops, so hopefully I know my stuff.
And to get a call from a bookmaker, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, that was an interesting experience.
All right, great stuff. Martin, thanks for joining us.